There are a lot of you here where you have a calling on your life. You should be on bigger stages. You should be on high profile podcasts. You should be invited to conferences, but not enough people are seeing you yet. So you're not getting the invitation yet. My goal is to help you do that. That's the power of social media. You grow your following, you grow your influence, and now you start to grow your income because more people are reaching out to you and get paid. Some of you in here, you should be getting paid more than that you're getting paid now. Like you should be already making 50K months and you're not sure how you can do that. And so I show you how you can do that with content just by attracting your dream clients, just by increasing your influence, because the more people know about you, the more money you're going to get paid. This is a belief that I teach all of my clients. I even believe it myself. And so I want you to get this in your soul, get it in your bones. When people see me, they pay me. Come on now. When people see me, they pay me. That is a true thing. If you want to get paid more people need to see you. And the best and fastest way to do that is with social media. So I want to share this quick story, right, on what happened to me when I started creating content on social media. Back in 2022, I was going live. I was going live 2 times a week, 1 hour at a time. And I did this for 6 whole months before I sold my first 5K offer. 6 months, okay? How many of you would have quit in the first month? How many of you would have quit in month number 2? How many of you would have quit in month number 4? So this is me for 6 months. I'm live and I'm only live on TikTok. So at this point, I wasn't going live on Instagram. I wasn't going live on LinkedIn and I wasn't going live on YouTube, right? So I'm only live on TikTok for 6 whole months. And guess what? For 6 months, I'm just perfecting my craft. What am I doing? I'm understanding, how do I engage with my audience? How do I get them to talk back to me? How do I motivate them? How do I address mindsets so that they actually want to buy? In month 4, one of my coaches told me, girl, you should give up. You should give up because it's going to be really hard to get people from watching you on a live video to paying you $5,000. How many of you would have given up? How many of you already gave up? You said, I'm going to do live for 30 days. And you started it, and on day 10, because people weren't showing up, you gave up. How many of you already gave up? I know you don't want to tell yourself. You don't want to tell yourself. But that was me. Here I am, month 4, and my coach is telling me, just you should change what you're doing, right? Because people aren't going to buy. But I kept going. I said, okay, I'm going to do it one more time. I went live in month 5, right? Let me tell you, I'm doing it now 2 times a week, every week. Right? So it's not like I was going live once a month. This is 2 times a week, every week. So I'm doing at least 8 times a month. At least 8 times a month, I'm going live and no one's buying. So it's not even that people weren't buying the low offer. I mean, nobody was buying. So 8 times a month, nobody was buying. How many of you would have been like, oh no, this is not for me. Social media is not working, right? I see some of you doing that now. Some of you business owners, you're like, I've been doing social media for years and it just doesn't work for me. And it's not that social media doesn't work for you. It's just that you haven't sowed enough seeds yet for it to, for you to be able to reap that harvest. And so I kept going, right? I kept going. Month number 6, I go live again. And guess what? Somebody says to me, hey, I want to work with you. And I'm like, what? Yeah, I was just as shocked as you. I'm like, what? You want to work with me? I've been doing this for 6 months. At this point, I'm just accustomed to talking now. But she's like, I want to work with you. And guess what? Can somebody write in the chat? It only takes one. Just write that in the chat. It only takes one, right? Sometimes we're in a season where it feels like a famine and you're not getting the sales that you desire. You only have your former clients. That's it. Things aren't coming in yet. Right? That's the season that I was in 2022. The sales weren't coming in yet, but I kept on going. Thank you. Thank you all for writing that in the chat. Budget Breakdown says we have to keep on going. That's what it is. I kept on going, but it only took one yes. It only took one yes. She said, yes, I want to work with you. That was December 2022. And she invested in my program. Guess what happened after that? After that, I booked another 6K client for my live video. After that, I started filling up my challenge. It only took one, but guess what? That one, it broke something. It unlocked something. It released the harvest, the 6 months of sowing, the 6 months of seeding, the 6 months of nurturing. It finally came harvest season. And guess what I learned? I learned that social media is the easiest way to create a scalable, predictable pipeline for sales. Come on, somebody. It is the easiest way to create a scalable, predictable pipeline for sales. Why? Because after the 6 months of learning, growing, understanding my audience, nurturing my audience, knowing what to say that's going to move them, that's going to get them to buy, it unlocks something where one person bought, and after that, the rain came. And so many people kept buying after that. I was able to build my business to 6 figures. We made $117,000 that year. That's amazing. And that's just from live videos, reels, and TikToks. I wasn't even going live on TikTok yet. On Instagram yet. I was only going live on one platform. And I said, wow, this really worked. So my question to you is, what is your scalable, predictable pipeline for sales? Or are you bringing in 10K one month, 5K the next month, 2K the next month? It can feel very erratic. What is it that you can do or shift in your business so that it can become predictable? In 2023 and in 2024, what happened after I kept going live and serving my audience and I understood this is what gets them to buy, this is what gets them to follow, this is what engages them, I started to predict that I will make 10K months. And guess what happened? I started making 10K months, not because I was reaching hundreds of thousands of people. There are some of you in here where you think you got to have hundreds of thousands of followers to sell. I have 28,000 now, but back in 2022, when I got the 5K, I think I was when I got the 5K client, I think I was only at 10,000 followers. Right? On Instagram, I was only at probably 5,000 followers. So you don't need a lot of followers, but what you do need is a loyal and buying audience.